It's funny, the process of making the album was very quick. And I understand more than ever, and I agree that people want almost an album every year from artists. I understand that more now than ever, because I toured my first album for years after it came out. It came out in 2015, I toured it all year, and I toured it for 2016 as well. I've been playing it for a couple of years before that too. So I felt like I'd done so much touring, 4 years of touring, that I needed a break, and that was okay. And I realise only now that people really were, you know, they would have liked to have it sooner. But you know, I can only work so much and so hard. But at the start of 2017, I started writing this album. And in 6 months, I had all of the songs, and I had most of the record made. I spent the second half of that year just finessing and finishing everything off. So it didn't take very long at all. So next time I'm gonna, well, I've already started writing for a next one, you know, because I understand that my fans want more music more often, and they're ready to receive it. Naming an album is a sort of a difficult thing, or it's a very simple thing, and I just want something that suits the sound and that suits the atmosphere. An Electric Light felt right. It felt like, you know, when you turn a bulb on and you switch a light on and the whole room immediately goes bright and there's a new energy immediately. And that's what this sound is. It's a new sound for me in some ways, and it's a new energy, and I wanted to capture that, and Electric Light felt like the perfect title. I wanted Wild Love to feel accessible as a song, but I wanted it to have new sounds that people haven't heard from me before as well. I didn't want it to feel like a difficult song to sing along to. Obviously, you know, I wanted it to be very relatable and very immediate, but there are sounds in there that I wanted to include that I hadn't included before, so it was about a combination of those things. Reflect a lot on the first album and the journey that I went on with the music from Chaos and the Calm. I'm very proud of that whole experience. It was the beginning of a bigger experience, which I'm still on, obviously. And I think, to put it simply, I'm always excited, even now, to get on stage and have the songs from that album to perform, as well as new songs from Electric Light, and soon, as well as more new songs again. When I started, I did feel a little bit more shy about things, because you feel that you are trying to work out who you are and who you want to be perceived as in the moment. You know, you're working it out whilst people are looking at you. So it feels safer to hide more. At this point, I have more confidence because lots and lots of people have told me that they like my music. And that makes me feel good, and it gives me confidence. So I'm willing to let a little bit more out, because I feel like it's okay to do that, and people will receive it all right. But yeah, early on you do have a little bit of the sort of imposter syndrome, and you feel like you're always a false version of who you really are. And you have to work out how that's sort of the point. You have to, it's understanding that you don't have to reveal your deepest self. You just have to be real. Give people a real person. And I've worked out in different ways and in varying degrees how to do that over time. I think the only thing that can be scary about a sense of success is the idea that I set the bar here. I don't want to go any lower than it. Next thing that I do, I want it to be higher. I want to, you know, raise the bar. That's the only thing that's scary. But in any challenge, there is some fear. There has to be, or else it's not a challenge. And I kind of enjoy that mentality. I enjoy that psychology, as scary as it can be. it's thrilling. It has a great energy.